Happy Friday to all my friends and family. But I'm hoping your week is ending on a good note. I know my week is ending pretty good because, I'm thinking about what was some of the most important things that I've learned this week and what was some of the most important things that I imparted on other people. Well, today, ending my week, I decided to be a student all day. I work with some of the smartest people in my field. And I say work with, even though I am a manager and a leader, I say with emphasis because we are a team and we create and we collaborate together. So I became a student today. I sat, I watched, I observed, I looked. I didn't give any input, give any direction. I allowed all the smart people in my organization to make decisions on their own. And there's nothing wrong with the leader that takes a back seat sometimes because I think I mentioned this before. If you're always talking, then you're never learning. So I decided to sit back and just allow all those smart people the opportunity to empower themselves by making decisions and being accountable for those decisions. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with the leader sitting in the back and be like, okay, I'll let you guys do this, because what it does and what I immediately noticed is that all those people in my organization, you can see the look on their faces. They became more bright, just like, illuminating, just felt more confidence. And it kind of went that way throughout the entire day. I didn't do a 10 or 12-hour day that I would normally do. I did my regular 8, 9 hours and then I headed out for the day. But one thing I noticed is that I provided a boost in confidence, because when you sit back and just kind of allow people to make decisions of, for themselves, because a lot of times subordinates don't want to make decisions because they don't want to be held accountable for the outcome. They can be, afraid of, like, how is this going to turn out? There was one person that would always say, "Oh, I knew it wasn't going to work, but I didn't want to say nothing." So that means that person intentionally allowed the ship to sink just so they wouldn't be responsible for the outcome, and the ship sank. So maybe if that person would have spoke up, provided their input, but fear sometimes of rejection and looking like, not such a smart person, that keeps us from providing the solution that we could possibly have to change the world. So it was interesting, and I think I'll use this approach as a leadership tool. Just sit back, be quiet, and observe and allow people to make decisions on their own. So remember, there's nothing wrong with the leader kind of taking the back seat and, allowing subordinates to drive, because you have to be coachable on all levels, right? A leader should always be learning. Right? Just because you're in a position of leadership, I think if you want to gain more influence, you should be, looked upon as someone that wants to be coachable regardless of what position you hold in the organization. So just want to leave you with that tidbit for the weekend. Never feel like you're losing your power when you decide to let someone else drive. You might get there quicker. Have a good weekend.